One lady amongst us and gentlemen, we are happy to address you this afternoon. You've all watched the proceedings. We have said, we put our case across. On a matter of principle, we needed to lay the foundation because there was an existing Chief Justice. But for the irregularities, we would not be here to vet another Chief Justice. There was, and we think that the processes that we have gone through was not right. We tried to file a motion. We filed a motion on the floor of the House that we thought that the processes must be exhausted before we come to today's proceedings. And the Speaker, unfortunately, did not admit the motion that we had filed. This morning, our leader tried to put across that the narrative of what has brought us here. And you saw the interjections from the majority. It's as if they have a preconceived mind that whatever, every letter and every word is going to be objected to. And I think that we cannot hold everybody to ransom. And I think it is the decision of the entire minority that our point is well made. And at the end of the day, on the matter of principle and what has transpired, there are matters pending, some before the ECOWAS, some before other courts, and we have not exhausted them. And we think that until those processes are exhausted, it is not right for us to vet another Chief Justice. Nobody has anything against Justice Bafuboni personally, but on a matter of principle, we needed to abstain from this. And since we are going to vote against the processes anyway, I don't think there's, we have to give rise. We sit in and accommodate this give and take, especially when they have made up their mind that whatever we say, they are going to object to that, and that they will not let sanity prevail. So we thought that we should give peace a process. They have their majority. And in democracy, we say that the minority would always have a say, and the majority will have their way. But that is not what we are witnessing. And therefore, we opt out from the proceedings. But it doesn't mean that we have voted against it en bloc. It doesn't mean that we have boycotted the proceedings, but we have voted against the nomination of Mr. Justice Bafuboni on a matter of principle.
Maybe the civil press and our press have gone also. This is a directive. I call them to tell them that the tickets were wrong. Not an official like it's on the things out. So all I'm thinking is something
everybody wanted to get their interest. That's why I intend to go and let's
Today is a sad day. Potential military recruits in Stampede at Elwak, those who are pending screening into military recruitment. It is so sad. My sympathies and prayers to all the bereaved families. May the souls of our dear citizens who have died tragically in this stampede rest in peace. But it's a serious matter. This is not the first time we've done military recruitment in this country. So I am calling and appealing that immediately the process must be suspended. Let us halt all the screening processes across the country. Let us prioritize lives first. Let's save lives and come back to the table. Let's investigate it fully to ascertain what caused it. After that, let's ensure that we put in proper measures. Let's schedule very reasonable, optimum number of people every day, spread them out, engage the public for them to know the particular timetable and the schedule, and send communicate to potential recruits so that each one will come at the time appointed, particularly in the highly subscribed centers, Elwak, Ashanti, and elsewhere. Let's suspend the process immediately and let us go back to the table and let us help them and support them to put in place a very good schedule, and then we can recommence the process. People must not lose their lives in the attempt to serve their country. It is sad. Sincere condolences to all the bereaved families. But let's stop the process. Let's go ahead to review before we come back. But look, when we started calling that the Minister for Defense the substantive Minister for Defense ought to be appointed, then he did politics with it. How can you combine Ministry of Defense with a busy, complex ministry like Ministry of Finance? The Minister of Finance is busy preparing for budget statement tomorrow, and here today, see what has happened. So there's a serious crisis in leadership in the Ministry of Defense. Such a sensitive portfolio, the national security architecture, should not be toyed with. So I'm deeply disappointed. Let's appoint a Minister for Defense. Government appoint Minister for Defense substantive. But today, immediately, let's halt the entire recruitment process. Let's start the process again later when we are put in place proper measures. The investigation must go on. Sincere condolences once again, our dear citizens who have passed.
please, media is
Yes, yes, yes. You are receiving it. Yes. Money. They are receiving it. Please come on. They want to gather friends. They want to gather friends. Good evening, sir. Let's go, let's go. Welcome, sir.
Morning.
Space.
Okay.
I come before you today to inform the House of a tragic incident that occurred this morning at the Elwak Military Sports Facility during the ongoing recruitment exercise of the Ghana Armed Forces. So, Speaker, the Ghana Armed Forces announced recruitment and enlistment processes about a month ago. The Speaker, the application process closed last Friday, 7th November 2025. All potential applicants were duly notified to appear at their chosen regional recruitment centers for documentation verification today. Right Honorable Speaker, and this was for them to go through body selection. So, Speaker, this year's recruitment exercise is being conducted simultaneously across all regions. Indeed, it was a system designed to decentralize the process, reduce congestion, ensure transparency and fairness, as well as to ensure accessibility nationwide. Unfortunately, despite these measures, a stampede occurred at the Elwak facility in Accra. I regret to report that there were 34 persons who were direct casualties, some of whom are potential recruits, and others, Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, are not related to the enlistment at all. The Speaker, out of these 34 casualties, 6 persons have been confirmed dead. The Speaker, 5 are critical, and as we speak, they are the ICU. Right Honorable Speaker, 12 are fairly critical. The Speaker, the rest are stable and under observation. Additionally, there's a reported case of 1 person hospitalized at the Kumasi Recruitment Center, though that incident is unrelated to the stampede in Accra. The Speaker, in light of this development, the Ministry of Defense has halted the recruitment process in Accra until further notice. I wish to assure honorable members that in all other regions, the exercise is progressing smoothly and without incident. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Defense deeply mourns the loss of life and extend condolences to the affected families. We are working closely with the Ghana Armed Forces, medical teams, and law enforcement agencies to provide full support to the injured and to investigate the circumstances that led to this tragedy. Mr. Speaker, as a result, the Ghana Armed Forces has instituted an internal board of inquiry to investigate the causes of this unfortunate incident. Right Honorable Speaker, the safety and dignity of applicants remains paramount, and the Ministry will take every step necessary to prevent reoccurrence of this matter. So, Speaker, I so submit.
And so Parliament made a statement on it. The Minister himself was invited to also give his detailed statement on the matter. Members made their comments, definitely conveying the shock and the sadness we all have now to not just the bereaved, but also the injured, their parents, their families. And we thought it was important for us to pay a call to see for ourselves the situation. And that is what brought us here. Some members are still in the House, continuing with business, but I led the leadership of the House and of the Women Caucus in Parliament, and we are here to do exactly that. We have also made a token donation to support the expenses, the cost of the treatment, an amount of 100,000 on behalf of the Parliament of Ghana. We will be following up from time to time to see what is happening. I have directed that the relevant committees should go into the matter, and later on, the minister will have to come and give the House a full brief on the situation, so that as a country, we can rethink this whole process of recruitment and, in fact, enlistment and the whole system of how we employ people into the public sector to prevent future occurrences. That is why we are here. We really are sad, we are shocked, and we sympathize with everybody. It's a day that no Ghanaian will ever expect it to be repeated. But we have to work together. It's not the responsibility of one person or one institution or a government. It's the responsibility of all of us. And so our focus will be how to work and prevent similar occasions in the future, but more importantly, how to salvage the lives of those who are injured now. That's most important. The funerals definitely will be followed up later, and we will all be involved. So I thank you all for taking time to come and for sympathies and the support that you are giving to the military, particularly the Tertiary Military Hospital. And I want to thank the health personnel led by the commanding officer for their prompt reaction to the scene and what they've done so far. You've given us a brief as to the current situation, and I think that we are satisfied with what has been done. We'll continue to encourage and to support them. So I thank all of you for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Madam, I'm ready. Yes. Okay, so